Okay, so as I was saying, I don't know why this camera cut me off. So as I was saying, as I go through and find articles or things like that that are guides to working on rooms in the house, or paper clutter, or cleaning, or decluttering, or organizing, I'm probably going to cut them out or print them out and add them on here, just so I can have like them for that cleaning, for reference in my cleaning section. Now here we have the tricks tab, so cleaning tricks or tips. So here I just have a variety of tips and tricks and cleaning, like this one is DIY cleaning solutions, and again these are also some more ideas, and that's the type of inserts that I have in here. For example, these are ways that you can use vinegar around the house for cleaning and several things like that, baking soda. So these are just great tips. These are tips for cleaning the kitchen, the bathroom, the home, things like that. My next section in the home management master section is inventory. So under inventory, we have it broken down as well. The first subsection is supply list. So here I'm planning on doing paper goods supply list, health supply list, kids or for me baby supply list, a cleaning supply list, toiletry supply list, and then a miscellaneous. So for this I just created my own inserts, and for these I'm also planning on laminating. Once I write it in, I'm planning on laminating it so that way I can reuse it. For example, for paper goods, we toilet paper, which right now, thanks to the people that hoarded toilet paper, it's getting difficult to find any, but I'm just giving an example. So this is my paper goods inventory insert. And right here for the first section, maybe I would write toilet paper. Right now we have, I think, 5 rolls on hand. So right here I'm gonna write down how much I need to buy, or I might put a yes for yes I need to buy, or no I don't need to buy. And what I'm planning on doing is just laminating this sheet, and that way I can reuse it, not have to constantly be reprinting these inserts, since this is something that I'm going to be using over and over again. Because of course, with your home paper goods, these are things that you're going to be running out of. So this insert is something that I'm going to need to use on a constant basis. I also did a health goods inventory list, baby goods inventory checklist, cleaning supplies inventory, toiletry inventory, and home maintenance goods inventory. Home maintenance like batteries and things like that. And then as I use this home management planner, I'm gonna see what else and what other type of inserts I need. If I can't find what I want online, I'm just gonna create it myself in my computer. A first aid checklist. This is very important. You want to be able to have everything that you need that's first aid at home. If you have kids, if they fall and they get cut or scratched or things like that, always good to have a first aid checklist, so that you're on top of everything that you have at home, and if in case you need anything. This is something, a first aid kit is something that you always need to have fully stocked. And then this is a children's wardrobe checklist, and I'm planning on doing one for each of us at home. So one for my husband, one for me, one for my son, and one for my baby. I just have this one as a guide as to how I can create one, but I'm going to be creating one for everyone at home. Then the next section in the inventory subsection is home inventory. So here I'm going to try to do an inventory of each room in the house, and I was able to find these inserts already made, but these are, if you know how to use Word or Excel, these are very easy to make as well. But this one is for there's one for each room, so family room, bathroom, for closets as well, home office, bedroom 1, etc., etc. You get the drift. And right now, since we have so much free time, this is probably something that we'll have time to actually do. But this is also good for those people that maybe live in areas where fires are common or things like that. It's good to have a home inventory in that case, so in case something does happen one day, you kind of have an idea, or you actually have a detailed document that shows like what you had in each room and how much of it and how much you purchase price, and then you're able to also write in the current value of it. Again, also helpful if there's items that you want to get rid of and you want to sell. In here, you'll be able to write down how much you paid for it, look up the current value, and see how much you can sell it for. So these lists are pretty useful for a variety of things. This is another home inventory worksheet. This one was already filled out. So it's also to give me an idea of how I can create my own. This one, you have an item section, a description section. You're able to write in the manufacturer, serial number, and how much you paid for it. So then this is good for when you have like electronics and things like that. Again, useful for in case for when you're moving, so you can have a tally of what you expect to move from home. And when you're unpacking, you can reference these lists and say, okay, where's this? Where did I put that? I was bringing this over to this new home. Where is it? And again, also for when you're selling these items. So I have one for each room of the house, and each one has like some ideas as to what I should be writing down in this inventory worksheet. And then I also have some blank ones just so that I can fill out myself. And that's it. That's for the home inventory section. Then the next section under inventory is book and media. So in case you want to inventory your book and like your DVDs and things and music, if you have, I actually have CDs. They're stored away, but I still do have some CDs from back in the day. And I have a lot of books. I have a bookshelf jam-packed of books. So I would like to do an inventory of them because I want to keep a tally of which ones I've read and then which ones I need to read. And again, so you have audio for tapes, CDs, things like that. I do have a collection of, believe it or not, VHS tapes and DVDs. So I would like to, now that I have all this free time, if I can get around to it, inventory all that stuff. And then you have a miscellaneous sheet. And then the next subsection is warranties, in case you want to keep track of your warranty. So I have an insert right here. I'm planning on making as many copies as I need of these, depending on how many I want to keep track. I'm only going to write in here warranties for those items that are of high value, and the warranty is actually for longer than a couple of months, like maybe starting from a year to some items have warranties for a year, some for 3, some for 5. So I'm gonna choose the ones that I really want to keep track of, in case like maybe high ticket items, for example this camera, which was around a little bit over $500. I do want to, if it came up with a warranty, write in that information in case something does happen to it before that warranty period. I'm able to use it and maybe find what I need in here instead of like searching through. I have a folder where I just have everything, the information of every item that I buy that comes with a warranty. I put it in a folder in my filing cabinet, but it's not really, I just basically put the warranties in there, and they're not really organized in any particular way. So I think this is going to be helpful for me. to organize those warranties once and for all. And then the last section is home office. So I'm trying to have like a little home office a little home office corner in my living room, and I felt that I wanted to add a home office inventory on here just so that I can keep track of like printing paper, ink, things like that, that when I run out I need to know how much I have on hand and how much I need to buy, so that way I'm on top of those things. And we're done with the home inventory section. The next section is meal planning. And of course, that one as well has some subsections, with the first one being the grocery list. So this is going to be my master grocery list. And I found this awesome one online as well. And it's actually broken down by every section that you might need. So we have vegetables, fruits, refrigerated items, frozen items, condiments, miscellaneous things, canned goods, spices, dairy, cheese. So everything that you might need to have in your grocery list, this list already brings it for you. Again, I'm going to be using this, and if I do find that I need to add or remove things from this master list, I'm going to create my own. But this one gives me this one gives me a great start already. I do have lists in my phone, in my notes section, in my notes folder in my phone, so I might incorporate that into here to create like my own master list. But I think this one already is great. And again, this is something else that I'm probably, if it does work for me and it has everything that I need on there, I am going to laminate so that I can reuse and not be reprinting and using up paper. And then this is a empty one already broken down for me, again, so that in case this one has items that I don't need or items missing that I need, I can incorporate them onto this list and create my own personal master grocery list. So again, this is another insert that's gonna help me come up with my perfect master grocery list for my home. Then the next subsection in meal planning is price book. So I created an insert for this one because I want to have a price book. So basically what a price book is a list of places that sell. For example, I want to know where around in my area where I can buy toilet paper every time that I need it for the cheapest price, or where I can find for example, I love pineapple soda. There's like this Hispanic pineapple soda that comes in a can that is just like crack. I'm very addicted to it, and like once in a blue moon I just need to have it. So I'm probably gonna annotate in this price book where I can find it, and for the cheapest price as well. So I have item, store, and price, so that way I know like toilet paper, where I can find the best deal on toilet paper. I'm going to write down what that deal is, of course, aka the price, and then which store I can find it at. So that's what I'm going to be using this master price book for. And I'm probably maybe going to work on the insert later on. If this setup doesn't work for me, I might change it. If I do, I'll probably share it with you guys. Anything that I change or add, or maybe once I completely fill this out, the laminating the pages and things like that, I'm probably going to do an updated video of it for you guys. And then the next section, of course, is inventory. You want to be able to have an inventory of what you have on hand, so that way when you're ready to do your shopping, you can update your grocery list and know exactly what you need to buy. This is so important because a lot of us don't do this, and we end up going to the grocery store and getting things that we don't need and forgetting things that we do need. So it's always good to have an updated inventory, so you can have an updated grocery list. So we have, of course, a freezer inventory, pantry inventory, And I have several inserts of these, so that way I'm able to have space to write everything in. And again, this is something else that you do want to laminate because you're going to be reusing over and over again if you don't want to kill too many trees, like using so much paper. These are good inserts to laminate. And again, this last one is just gives me an idea of what items to write in there and how to write them in. And the third to last section in my meal planning is recipes. So I was able to find these great inserts from the Budget Mom website. She had these free printouts, and I definitely took advantage and printed them out. So this one is broken down by with recipes. It already has a table of contents for you, and it's broken down by appetizers and snacks, soup, stews and chili, sauces, spreads and jams, breakfast, side dishes, dinners and casseroles, desserts and drinks. And she also has a cover page for each of these items. So as I come up with recipes or find recipes that I love and use, I'm going to be either writing them in here. I'm going to have pages to write them in here, or I might just print them off online and keep them in here so that I can reuse them. But this is just the setup of it with each of the sections, so that once I find the recipes that I want to keep in here, I can add them to this section. So it's also divided up by different types of meals based on the meat. So this one is for beef, for pork recipes, lamb recipes, veggie recipes, chicken recipes, and that's it. I can't wait to fill this section up because there are definitely some recipes that I always have to go online and research every time I'm gonna make them. So I think, you know, I'm gonna be able to print them out and put them in here and have them to reference back instead of having to look them up in on my phone all the time. Then another section is this one's for ideas. So if I come up with an idea of a recipe that's not something that it just pops into my head, I'm gonna be writing into these little cute inserts that look like small little recipe cards, and they have like a little geisha. I think they were so cute. I have a couple of these. And then the last section is meal plans. So this is also a great inserts that I found online, and it's already has a setup that helps me prepare everything. For example, if I want to make a certain meal plan, here I write in what from the freezer I need, what I'm missing in the freezer that I need to buy for that meal plan. Also a monthly meal plan calendar so that I can plan out the meals for a whole month. And also a pantry inventory. So basically, wait, hold on, I think I added this wrong. So basically, I'm supposed to start off with the monthly meal calendar. I'm sorry guys, I'm like, so I just basically was setting this planner up the other day, so I think when it came to this section I kind of rushed. So basically you start with your monthly meal calendar, and then you go to your freezer and your pantry. You write in the items that you're gonna need for that monthly meal plan, and the items that you have on hand, and the items that you're gonna need in the freezer and in the pantry. Then you use all that information to make your weekly meal plan. It already has a grocery list on the bottom for you set up, so that way you know exactly what to buy. So these inserts are great. I also printed this one up, which is a weekly menu that has all the 3 meals of the day, subsections for the 3 meals of the day already, to kind of help you come up with a plan for the 3 meals for each day of the week. This one again is another insert that I'm probably gonna laminate. And then I also have this insert that's very similar to this one, that also breaks the days down with the 3 meals: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Another monthly menu planner insert, but I actually like the first one better, this one. So I'm probably gonna stick with this one. But as I said before, I just basically put some options of some inserts in here just to see what works best for me. For example, this one, this meal plan for the week, which has this type of setup. And then the next section is school, and right before it I just put this wife, mom, and boss fly leave. And for the school section, I broke it down into school info, schedule, grades, and school forms. In here, of course, I don't have any information yet, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to show you guys, just to keep like that private information that pertains to my son private. But again, the school section is divided by school information. So you want to write down like your child's student ID, what grade they're in, the school name, phone number, also like their weekly schedule, and or bus, what time the bus picks them up and drops them off for those people that have that service in their school, and contact names for maybe your school counselor, the main office phone number, your teacher's phone numbers, things like that. This is a great section for that. And of course, a section for your children's schedules. If you have several children, you can put all of them in this section. A section for their grades. For each marking period, you can hole punch them and put them in here and keep track of that. And then any school forms that come home and stay home for your information. And then in the back I have like this folder, and it's for it says to return. So this is for forms that they send home, and I need to fill them out and send them back. You can have your children just you can have the home management planner open to this section if you have kids, and tell them, you know, if they're a little older, any forms that you need me to fill out, just put them in this folder and I'll sign them and have them ready for you. So you can put the ones that they come in on this side, and then once you sign them for your children, put them in the back side, so that you can tell them all the forms are ready and they can come and take them out and put them in their book bag and they're ready to go. And the next section in my home management planner is event planning, and right before that I just have this travel quote: travel, the world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. I thought it was like a nice little picture to make a fly leaf out of it. So of course the next section is event planning, and it's broken down by birthdays, Christmas, gifting, and travel. So for birthdays, I just basically have some birthday party planning worksheets. Of course, right now that we're in quarantine, we can't really do birthday parties, and because we can't really have any social gatherings. But you know, of course, we don't expect this to last forever. So eventually, we're gonna be having having birthday parties or going to birthday parties. So this is just a section for planning birthday parties, and it kind of helps you like have a budget and a list of what you need to buy and things like that. Again, for Christmas, a similar idea, like a budget worksheet and card worksheet, gift ideas for each person, a gift list, and things like that. I also have a gifting section because